I live? I am live. No, I'm not live. Just pre-recorded. It is August the 2nd of 2025. And it is Saturday. It's about noon right now. Just chilling. Not a whole lot going on today. Just looking through some bookmarks that I put together last night. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE LA, arrested both of these dangerous criminals in the community after they were released from prison. Oh, let me adjust this a little bit. There we go. EROLA. Oh, yeah, these are the kind of criminal aliens that sanctuary policies foolishly protect. ERO Los Angeles. ICE LA and federal partners arrested Quoc Dung Pham, 63, and Bo Pham, 65, back on July 22nd. Quoc and Bo had previously been arrested and served prison time for the kidnapping and sexual assault of multiple women. And they're in ICE custody right now. Because the sanctuary cities, they kept letting them go. How do you like them apples? Yeah, you gotta love LA, huh? All right. If they were going to rebuild public trust in the vaccine program, then we need to be honest with the American people. Yeah, well, good luck with that. I think Americans, they lost their trust with the CDC, the NIH, pharmaceutical companies, the vaccine programs. Yeah, you're going to be fighting one hell of an uphill battle to get people back on that program. That's for sure. I mean, I didn't get a vaccine because, or we're talking COVID. I've had plenty of vaccines. I've had lots of vaccines. I just didn't get a COVID one because, I don't know if I would go as far as to call it a conspiracy. I don't think I was really looking at it that way. I don't really go anywhere, man. I work at home, and I've worked at home since before COVID started. So, I mean, by then I was already pretty well established and didn't really need one, to be honest. I really didn't. And just didn't happen. And I didn't even get a COVID test, honestly. Not even a simple test. Not a nose test, not a butt test. None of those COVID tests that they were administering. Although I think the butt tests were in China, weren't they? I don't know, man. They're going to be trying pretty hard. Secretary Kennedy, I don't know what kind of program he's going to roll out to try to get the public to trust vaccines again, but we'll just have to see what happens there. From Dan Bongino, FBI personnel are responding to the scene at Anaconda, Montana to provide any requested assistance and or investigate support. Yeah, yesterday there was a shooting, and it was a bar shooting that left 4 people dead, and the suspect, as of last night, 17 hours ago, or well, yesterday, more so than last night, but Michael Paul Brown was still on the loose. And let's hope they nail this guy fast. I'm assuming they probably found him by now. I'm going to look and I'm going to check, and we're going to see. Grok, any updates on this? Well, when he asked Grok said no, because I actually looked. Not yet. 10:30 a.m., man. What the fuck are they doing drinking at 10:30 in the morning? Ugh. Yuck. Updates on the manhunt. Nope, no updates. No new updates. But yeah, I'll look into it. They've probably caught him by now, I would think. I would assume so. But anyway, I'm just doing this, just hanging out. It's Saturday. I don't really have anything going on right now. I'm going to go shooting here in about 2.5 hours. 2:30. I'm going to head out, go to my local range here in Clearwater, and have some good times with that. I'm not going to take too much with me because ammunition's kind of expensive, and I don't make nearly enough money to just stockpile myself up to the gills. I mean, I've stockpiled, but I did a lot of that during the COVID days before the ammo skyrocketed, man. It went up to like $2 for a fucking 5.56 round. Remember once upon a time when it was like a quarter for a round? I mean, hell, some of the old timers, they're like quarter. Hell, remember they were a penny? Remember they used to cost a penny? Used to get like, 30 rounds for a nickel. Oh, the good old days. So anyway, that should be fun. I think I'm going to take... How many did I pack? I think I packed 6 magazines for my rifle, and then I'm going to take my shotgun. I haven't used this shotgun yet. I bought it. I've had it for a couple of years, and I still haven't taken it out yet. I've been to the range a few times since then. I don't go very often, again, because it's not cheap. It's expensive to just pop off all those rounds. I mean, yeah, I budget my money very carefully, so... I almost cringe every time I pull the trigger because I just know with every pull, there goes 60 cents. Oh, there goes another 60 cents. There goes another 60 cents. It's kind of tough, man. You empty a 30-round magazine. That's like what? That's like damn near $20 per mag. It's crazy. Oh, man, it's rough out there. But yeah, it should be fun. I think I packed 6 magazines. I don't know if I'm going to shoot all 6 of them. I'm just going to do some target practicing. You know, at my local range, you have to put the target as far down as it'll go if you're going to use a rifle in there. So, but yeah, good times. But anyway, the shotgun that I have, it's an AR style shotgun. So I have a 10-round mag for that one, and then I've got a 5-round mag for it. Just a 12 gauge. It was made in Turkey. I think that's where they make most shotguns these days, don't they? So yeah, man, AR style shotgun. No, it's not for home defense. Are you crazy? I haven't broken it in. It was just some impulse buy that I came across a few years ago and was like, you know what? My buddy told me about these and he wanted one, so I'm going to get one. And he just so happens to be going with me today. We're going to go up there this afternoon. Have some fun. It's been too long. Corporation for Public Broadcasting is going to shut down. Check this out, man. And this is on Axios. That's so sweet that Tammy Bruce would link Axios, far left-wing Axios. That's so fitting. Oh, no, they're going to shut down. Because you know the way they're going to frame this. Oh, are they going to paywall this or what? Oh, fuck off, man. All right, hold on. Let's see if I can get around this. I did this before. Let's see if this will work. Probably not. Let's go incognito and see if they'll let me in now. Oh, damn it. No, they won't. But I don't want to subscribe. Maybe I will when I'm not recording. Maybe. Or I suppose I could just simply Google it. PBS shutting down. Uh-oh. Corporation for Public Broadcasting. Drinking some coffee. NBC News says it will shut down after Congress said the money is out. No more money. It's ridiculous, dude. There is no reason whatsoever that the government should be funding mainstream in any kind of mainstream news of any way, shape, or form. I know PBS, it's not all news. It's not CNN. It's not 24/7 current events. However, they do run left-wing shit. And they pushed DEI, and I'm sure they probably had transgender programs, and God knows what else they were running on there. Look, if you run a local TV channel and you're depending on the public to fund your TV channel, and you start infusing political ideologies into your programming, you know what I mean? Mess with the bull, man, you'll get the horns. And the Trump administration is not fucking around. Thank God. Like I said during Trump's first term, we got to get a second Trump term. Because he's going to play nice in his first term. He's got to play nice. He's not too familiar with the inner workings of D.C. because he wasn't a career politician. So he's got to get the lay of the land. It's going to take a while. And, of course, he was fighting the Russia Gate bullshit the entire time, so he was preoccupied with all that nonsense. But his second term, ooh, the gloves can come right off. No more Mr. Nice Guy. He can't run for a third term. No more pleasing anybody. Get this country back on track. We'll do it the easy way or the hard way. So anyway, Corporation for Public Broadcasting announced on Friday, just yesterday, that it will begin shutting down weeks after Congress canceled previously approved funding for the nation's steward of public media access. The CPB said in a statement that it will begin an orderly wind down of its operations after 60 years with the support of federal government. Nope. I mean, look, I think if the federal government is going to fund a television channel, I think there should be absolutely nothing related to politics on it in any way, shape, or form. Nothing politically correct, nothing news related at all. Because the news, they're supposed to be keeping our federal government in check. It's kind of hard to do that when you're getting your paychecks from the federal government. Most staff positions will conclude with the close of the fiscal year on September 30th. A small team of employees will remain through January of 26. It didn't specify how many people in total were being laid off. All of them. I can answer that. All of them. The announcement comes less than a month after Congress passed a package of spending cuts requested by President Donald Trump that included stripping $1.1 billion in funding. Could you believe that? That it's $1 billion? I certainly hope that's over, let's say, a 10-year period. If that's annually, that is beyond fucked up. For one single channel. Public broadcasting. Isn't public broadcasting supposed to be relatively low budget from the get-go? Wasn't Wayne's World public broadcasting? They just got a couple of cameras and they got his basement and they just did a show. It was like kind of like podcasting before there was podcasting. Television podcasting. So public media, it's been one of the most trusted institutions in American life. Yeah, once upon a time. Sure. Before the Democrats politicized the hell out of it. NPR. Yeah, NPR. That's news. That's definitely news, isn't it? They're expected to remain on the air. Thanks to other sources of funding. Other sources of funding. See, when it comes to left-wing news, they're going to find money somewhere. Although USAID, they kissed that goodbye. So, all right. So maybe I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up reading this evening. I don't know if it'll be this article exactly, but when I do my show later this evening, I will come across this, and I'll remember, most likely, or I'll click on it and figure it out. But yeah, the other reason why I'm doing this is because I did a little more background work with this stupid mic crackling that's occasionally happening, and I couldn't figure it out. I adjusted the sound levels, and I did some troubleshooting with the help of the lovely internet. And I think I might have found the issue. I think it's because the XLR cable, I had it running along a bunch of other cables that I had for my computer monitors. Because I've got 2 computers on my desk. I've got 3 computer monitors. And then I have the sound mixer. And of course, I have a wireless keyboard, a wireless mouse. I have a phone charger. What else do I have? I think that's relatively it. And then I've got a little bit of like LED lighting just to make it look, I don't know, more personally inviting. But the XLR cable was running along a whole bunch of other cables, and apparently if you run that cable along, if you run it along those power cables, it can cause crackling. So I fixed that. I moved the cable around. So let's hope that fixed the problem, because I can't think of what else it could be, because I already replaced the power cable going into my mixer, and the next step, I suppose, would be to go after the XLR cable. Maybe it's just a faulty cable. Maybe I have to get a new one. Dude, I was looking up USB. Check this shit out. I was looking up USB cables, power cables for microphones and whatnot, and holy shit, are they expensive. Some of them were over $100, dude, for a USB cable, like essentially a charging cable. Oh yeah, it's gone. Well, maybe not microphone, but mixer or whatever. Hold on. Let's do audio. That'll work better. You see, that's not, I mean, it's kind of expensive when you're used to buying your chargers at $5 below. And you're only spending like $5-6 on a charger. But not too crazy bad. I mean, $16 isn't that bad. But some of them were insane. Where were they? $35. That's getting a little up there. But I need a USB-C. Not that type of USB-C. Not the boxy one, but the flat one. The one everybody else uses. Because I don't have any fancy equipment. I got Amazon budget shit. Where did those other ones go? It was called something wood, like teak wood or pine wood or something like that. And those cables were a fucking fortune. Of course, it's probably not going to show me now. Yeah, see, these are all reasonable. These are all cheap. $10, $15. All right, fine. Let's do this. $7,000. Could you imagine? Yeah, let's start at 25 and let's see what that shows. Yeah, here we go. Sentiment, no, not Audio Quest. But I remember seeing that one. Audio Quest. Forest. That, I think, was what I was looking at. Yeah, Audio Quest Forest. That's what they were. I mean, look at these, man. Like, that's the kind that I need. That flat USB-C. Yeah, one of those. For $70? Dude, you got to be shitting me. I don't even think my microphone cost that much. No, yeah, it did. It cost like $75. But it came with the stand. It came with everything except for the XLR cable. I had to buy that separate. All right. So I was hoping to avoid that because, yeah, I don't want to spend that kind of money. At least not right now. So anyway, I'm here at the Congress members. I follow 402 so far. I don't follow governors. I don't follow local or state level politicians because at least for now, I'm trying to just keep this on the federal level, the DC swamp level. But I thought about making a list with governors, but I don't know. I think just this list alone with our Congress members, they're constantly just dumping stuff out. Like, look at this. This was just a minute ago. That was a minute ago. I mean, they're constantly posting stuff. The reports of the House Freedom Caucus's death have been greatly exaggerated before. They are so again. My column in AMC or AM ConMag is about the Freedom Caucus's impact on the big, beautiful bill and beyond. Oh, man, the big, beautiful bill. It's all they're talking about. It's all the Republicans are talking about. I know it's got a lot of good stuff in there. I get it. And I think some of us were still learning about stuff that's been put in there, myself included. Just like last night, if you check out my episode from yesterday from August 1st, I go over a list of things, half of which I didn't even know were even in the big, beautiful bill. My bill to correct Guam's history in the PACT Act. This technical fix ensures Guam veterans exposed to toxic herbicides like Agent Orange get the benefits they've earned. We can't leave anyone behind over a date on paper. Wasn't it a pharmaceutical company or something that did Agent Orange? Or what? It wasn't like, no, it wasn't like Monsanto or something like that, was it? Or was it? Oh, shit. I didn't mean to do that. Agent. Who created it? Who created Agent Orange? I'm not a big fan of the Brave browser, but... Oh, well, the search results, anyway. Arthur Galston, PhD. It was Monsanto. Those bastards. Of course it was. And Dow Chemical. Dude, Monsanto. That is one evil, evil company. Who bought Monsanto? I just did a video on this a few weeks ago. I can't remember who it was. Who was it? Bayer. That's who it was. Bayer. Kind of interesting. Pharmaceutical company acquiring a GMO company. But what's interesting is that Monsanto is talking about filing bankruptcy. Did you know that? Monsanto, or Bayer technically. Bayer is exploring the possibility of filing Chapter 13 for Monsanto. Talk about being music to our ears. Could you imagine if Monsanto actually went bankrupt? I don't think they're going to, because they, like it said there, Bayer spent $66 billion acquiring Monsanto, so they're not going to let it go that quickly. Not that easily. But it's because Monsanto, it's been the subject of tons of billion-dollar level lawsuits, and Bayer's kind of freaking out over it. I thought it would have autofilled, but nope. Reports, May 2025. Bayer AG is exploring the option. Oh, Chapter 11, not Chapter 11. Bankruptcy as a potential strategy for managing the significant liability stemming from lawsuits linking the herbicide Roundup to cancer. Yep, it could potentially halt the pending lawsuits and create a structured process for addressing the remaining claims. So, in other words, they're looking into filing bankruptcy so they can weasel out of some of these lawsuits, or at least stop the proverbial bleeding. In other words, try to prevent victims of their Roundup crap from getting what is due to them. All right. Mr. Chuck Schumer, constantly talking shit. Well, he isn't. I don't even think he could probably fucking spell X. No, I'm sure he could spell X. That was stupid. Reposting. Yeah, somebody's busy on his account today. Someone's hate tweeting. Senate Democrats took to the Senate floor today to force Senate Republicans to answer for Trump's cover-up of the Epstein crisis and crimes. Well, la-di-da. But for some reason, Democrats have a problem with the DOJ talking to Ghislaine Maxwell. Now, why is that, Chucky? Why do you have a problem with that? Because we all know that y'all already destroyed all the Epstein stuff. That's why they're not releasing anything. There's nothing to release. And if the Republicans come out and say that, of course, the Democrats are going to say, well, you're the one that destroyed it. Everything was there when we left. You did it. He shoots the messenger. Trump shoots the messenger. Person he fired passed this Senate 86-8. Vice President Vance voted for her. The fuck is he talking about? Firing isn't going to relieve the chaos that you've created with your ramshackle tariff regime. Dude, he was talking shit yesterday about the ballroom that is going to be constructed at the White House beginning in September. I'm actually going to look up how long they expect it to take. I don't think they released that info, but it might take like a year, maybe. But he was talking shit, saying that, so this is the real reason why Trump initiated Doge and why they're cutting so much spending in the government. He's trying to take all that money and build a beautiful ballroom just for him. But the reality is, which he knows, that the taxpayers are not paying for the ballroom, actually. They're not. President Donald Trump is paying for the ballroom out of his own pocket. True story. Not 100% of it. There's a lot of private donors that are contributing because they want their name on a plaque inside the White House, which will probably stand there for hundreds of years to come. I mean, look, dude, if I was a billionaire and if I gave them like 1,000th of $1 billion, if I give them $1 million donation and my name goes up on a plaque inside the White House, which will be there for hundreds of years to come, fuck yeah, I'd do that. That'd be cool. Trying to seal your legacy. Yes, Donald Trump, you were impeached twice, and nothing you do will erase that. Uh-huh. Except for the Russia hoax bullshit. I mean, hell, the Smithsonian Museum already took it down. Which I think I did that last night, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Yeah. All right. It's just all hate Trump. I mean, don't you have a state that you're supposed to be representing, Chuck Schumer? Apparently not. I don't know why the hell they keep voting for him. All right. So I don't know if anything came out of that. I don't know if there's any comments. You sure you want to go down this road? No shit, dude. That's what I keep saying. Are you sure you really want all this Epstein shit released, Democrats? You have any idea how horrific it's going to look for Democrats compared to Republicans? Democrat donors, so on and so forth. I don't know. But let me take a quick look and see. I don't know if they'll even say. I knew it was going to begin then. Before the end of his term. I mean, the way Trump was talking, they were going to have it done well before his term was over. 200 million. Yeah, it doesn't look like they've see, there you go. This is on whitehouse.gov. It's expected to be completed long before the end of President Trump's term. So he'll have plenty of time to enjoy the ballroom that he, not the taxpayers, he paid for. I don't know if they say what percentage. Probably not. Probably not an exact figure. No, I know about the ballroom. I know it's going to cost $200 million. He offered, oh, wait, hold on. In 2016, what? Here it is. In 2016, he offered $100 million during Barack Obama's tenure for the project, which the then president rejected. What? Oh, I got to bookmark that. Trump, a former real estate developer, has repeatedly promised to build a beautiful ballroom at the White House. In 2016, he offered Barack Obama. This is Donald Trump we're talking about. He offered Barack Obama $100 million. He offered to pay for 50%. He offered to pay for the lion's share of the White House ballroom back when Obama was still president. But Obama said no. No. I mean, to be fair, 2016, that's kind of a sus year, though, for him to be bringing that up because he was in the middle of his campaign to become president. So I get it. But that's hilarious. 90,000 square feet. Look, if it were the taxpayers paying for it, I would also have an issue with it, to be honest. I don't think I'd be crazy about that. It's like, dude, now ain't the time. Maybe 10 years from now, after all your policies and your tariffs and everything, if it's reined in trillions of dollars, then okay, yeah, all right, fine. You can take a drop out of that bucket and build your damn ballroom. But he's paying for it, so why should anybody have a problem with that? Watch my floor speech about the transformation of the Senate due to Democrats' unprecedented obstruction. We have a higher responsibility than to simply gravitate to the worst instincts, but rather elevate this institution to a more aspirational conclusion. Okie dokie. I'm assuming North Dakota. No, actually, he's probably a Republican, isn't he? Probably. Yep. Well, yeah, dude, it's North Dakota. What the fuck are you talking about? North Dakota. I mean, Chuck Schumer said that he forced all of them in there. Not that they're probably going to get anything out of it. But as I've said time and time again, if there's anything I agree with Democrats currently today, yeah, just release the Epstein files. Come on. What are we waiting for? And everyday Republicans, they can't have a problem with that. Conservatives, Trump supporters, America First types, why wouldn't you agree to that? Because remember back when when AG Pamela Bondi, I think even Kash Patel, the Trump administration, the top officials, they said that they've got the Epstein files and they're releasing them in just a couple days. They even invited the White House press corps, other journalists to the White House. They were handing out binders. They were getting their pictures taken with the Epstein file binders. You remember when that happened? That actually happened. You weren't dreaming. That was really happening. And then all of a sudden, oh no, there are none. Let's see. I think I already went over that. Senator Dick Durbin. Last night, the Senate. Oh no, the Senate. They voted to pass bipartisan bills to fund military construction, VA, agriculture, FDA, and more to help our farmers and veterans. And the bills included key Illinois priorities. It is the responsibility of Congress to fund our government programs and agencies through the appropriations process. So is he saying that that's a win? It sounds like he's calling that a win. Mr. Senate Democrat. I don't know. Bookmark it. So, So Doge AI has something to say about that. Senator Durbin frames this as bipartisan progress, but let's cut through the spin. The military construction VA bill allocates $133.3 billion, for VA programs, yet fails to address systemic bloat like the electronic health record debacle. Yep. Cost overruns exceeding $16 billion under prior mismanagement. Yeah, you might just want to leave that industry be. Medical records. It is too complex. It's way too complex. Don't broke a system, or don't fix a system that ain't broke. It functions fine. Plus, you're talking about, with electronic health records, you're talking the most sensitive information, I think, possible in the private sector. You got everything in your records. You've got your address, your phone number, your social, your date of birth, your next of fucking kin, your next of kin's phone number and address, plus your doctor, your insurance information. I mean, it goes on and on. Not to mention all the stuff that's wrong with you, or maybe not wrong with you. More than enough to completely, thoroughly hijack your identity, needless to say. So yeah, I don't think I would exactly trust the government to handle that. And for them to already be $27 billion, is that what it was? No, $16 billion over, and they haven't done shit. It's like what was it? The Obamacare website, healthcare.gov. Didn't that website cost something like $1 billion to create? And it was the most basic, generic ass looking website, and it still wasn't even functioning. I know I'm digging back into my memory from a long time ago. I'd rather ask Google. Maybe I should be asking Brave this one. Was estimated to be $840 million reported by the government. Oh, yeah, here it is. The total cost could be as high as $2.14 billion for a fucking website. For a website? It's so hilarious. That's what happens when you have the government do the job that the private sector could easily do for them. $2.14 billion related to paper application processing and IRS requirements. I mean, what do I know? Maybe it was a much more complicated website behind the scenes. I know it certainly didn't appear so when you went to it. Let's not ignore the $7.1 billion legislative branch package, Congress funding itself with a 6% increase while demanding austerity elsewhere. Prioritizing veterans means streamlining care, not throwing cash at unaccountable bureaucracies. Fund the mission, not the middlemen. The numbers don't lie. Good point. Responsibility of the taxpayer. Well, but Congress does manage it. Bipartisanship is good. Well, it actually is. It's always a good thing. But look, it wasn't Republicans that left the table. The Republicans, they've maintained a pretty steady level of common sense this entire time. And by entire time, I'm talking about all the way back to the Republicans' first president, Abraham Lincoln. And they've maintained a pretty solid level of common sense as far as I understand the whole time. Meanwhile, Democrats, man, they have been the party of chaos since the beginning. Andrew Jackson, first Democrat president, Trail of Tears, so on and so forth. Wasn't he behind the creation of the first federal bank or something like that? I think he had something to do with our financial institution. It wasn't the Fed, obviously. Maybe it was the Treasury. I don't know. But I think that's the reason why they put him on on one of our bills, the 20, obviously. But yeah, why isn't this on the front page, New York Times? Because we don't know what the hell it is. Is that one of the hostages? Is that what they're suggesting that is? Well, now I got to click on it because I acknowledged it. Maybe because he's getting good exercise in while waiting for Israel to prioritize his release. Is this under one of the synagogues in New York? Ooh. Jews are starving their own scums. Now they're playing the victim card. This? Question mark, question mark. Yeah, I'm not too well read up on... I mean, I get it. I get the gist of what's going on. October 7th, 2023. Of course, a lot of drama going on before then. I also learned that Palestine... was it Israel... When was that? In the early 90s, I think it was, when Israel gave them their independence, basically. And then they elected... I don't know if you'd call it an organization. Anyway, they held government elections, and then they elected Hamas to run Palestine, I guess. And they haven't had a single election since then. They just, immediately hijacked the entire place. It's like, well, that didn't work out too well for you. So it makes you wonder who the leftists and the progressives are really cheering for. Like Canada, for instance. Canada just came out and said that they want to recognize Palestine as a sovereign nation. Yeah, but Palestine, it's the official government is Hamas. That's their official government. So if you're calling on it to be a sovereign nation, you're calling on Hamas to be a sovereign nation, essentially. How could you not support Hamas and declare Palestine an independent sovereign nation? That makes no sense. Oh, but we don't want to talk about that. No, we don't want to talk about that. That might make us look bad. La, 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 la. Republicans sent Congress home early instead of letting a sex trafficker's files be released to the American people. Now, to be fair, if Democrats were in control, they would have still been going home. That's the month of August for you. Congress always adjourns for the month of August. Happens every single year. President Trump's Golden Dome. As I've said before, if that actually comes to fruition, if we really get a Golden Dome, and if you're not familiar with that, it's basically the same as Israel's Iron Dome. Basically protects the United States from incoming ICBMs, hypersonic missiles, nuclear weapons, so on and so forth. So it's basically like a deterrent system. I don't know if deterrent system is the right way to put it. It's just a big, elaborate defense system. So if there's any missiles, it'll detect any launches immediately from anywhere around the world. And if that missile's heading toward us, then we're going to deploy an array of systems and missiles and whatnot to counteract it. And it's supposed to be automated. I think that's how the Iron Dome works. I think it's pretty much fully automated, which is amazing, dude. If you haven't seen the Iron Dome at work, it is unbelievable. It is fucking crazy to see that. I mean, it looks like full-on Star Wars. For real. It actually does. It looks like fucking Star Wars. But if they build the Golden Dome, then in my opinion, there's no more need for the U.S. to be involved with NATO. I mean, we could be involved with NATO. Politically, we can't be. But as far as funding NATO, why would we fund NATO? We've got the Golden Dome. We're set. We're good. So let Europe pay for NATO. Just consider the probable trillions of dollars that we've probably put into NATO. Consider that a gift. Or maybe we can insist they pay it back. Yeah. Hold on. Inaction. Let's see. 340. I mean, I don't want to go through like a whole documentary on it. Okay, this, damn, 27 million views. Holy shit. Let's check out this one. Grab my earbud. My earbud. Oh. Uh-oh. I don't hear you. Oh, yeah. Okay, there's sound. My bad. It's up kind of loud. Missiles coming in. I don't like that one. That one's not very good. I've seen way better ones than that. Besides, what the hell's going on with my sound? Oh, maybe I had it turned down. I'm half deaf. I don't have a left earphone, headphone, earbud. So any of these videos that are mono, I think that they're muted when they're not. So I have to glance over to my OBS to see if the little green bar is bouncing around. That one, I don't know if that's like during the day. I don't want to hear somebody narrating, though.
Now we're hearing it again. So Jose, stay with us. There's one. Go back to there is a rocket. You can see it streaking in the sky right now. Turning.
Yeah, I don't really see.
Another. This is being launched from a different site. So now you'll start to see the Iron Dome system taking
Nova. Oh, man, that was a sharp turn. Holy shit, that was crazy. They both did. They both just went yoink. U-turn.
Again, many rockets, many interceptions.
Well, that was October 10th, 2023. That was right after the whole hostage situation.
Now we're hearing it again. So Jose, stay with us.
All right. Let's go back. For some reason, I'm not hearing the sound. This is kind of irritating to me because I should be hearing the sound. Makes me think that it's not coming through. When it should be. Let's head back to, zoom out a little bit.
Trump administration looking to
I'm not hearing that either.
Election integrity as the DOJ opens a
What the fuck, man? What's going on here? This is weird. Huh. That's strange. All right, let me try something else here. It's Friday night, August 1st, 2025. Good evening and welcome to the Daily. Yeah, I'm not hearing that either. Inside our federal machine. This is weird. This is Spathon, and it's time to plunge into the swamp. It's officially August, the month of the tariffs. Because I know it's playing. Tariffs and the countries in detail. Also, NASA's. By the way, I'm playing my video from last night. Successfully launched from Cape Canaveral this morning. What the fuck, man? What's going on with this? This is weird. Is my sound muted on my... Okay. So it probably... See, if my computer is muted, did the sound go through anyway? I mean, I guess anybody listening to this, you're obviously going to know. I'm just in the moment right now. My dumbass had my freaking computer muted. I've got this new, it's an ergonomic mouse. It's very fancy. And there's this big button right where my thumb is, near the bottom of the mouse. If I hit that button, it mutes the computer. And it doesn't tell me that it muted. And these are all silent buttons. Is that what they call them? So you can barely press that button and not even really feel that you pressed it. All right. Now that I've fixed that, at least that happened now and not when I was doing my main episode. All right, here we go. I want to see this one. Let's see about this one.
Initially created by Israeli firms Rafael Advanced Defense Systems and Israel Aerospace Industries, the Iron Dome air defense system became operational in 2011. Israel is protected by 10 Iron Dome batteries, consisting of 3 to 4 stationary launchers, 20 Tamir missiles, and a battlefield radar. These batteries can each defend up to nearly 60 square miles. So, how does it work? Incoming threats like Hamas's barrage of rockets fired at Israel from Gaza are identified by radar. The Iron Dome then fires a missile to intercept these threats, preventing them from hitting their targets. The technology is so advanced, it can tell which missiles are likely to hit densely populated areas and those that would cause less destruction.
Oh, wow.
It typically only fires at missiles it considers to be dangerous.
Oh, so that's how some of them get through.
Greater than 90% success rate, but the volume of rockets being fired by terror groups at Israel means some do get through.
Yeah.
Without the system, the Israeli death toll would be catastrophic.
Oh, of course it would.
Tamir interceptor missiles, manufactured by defense firm Raytheon.
Raytheon.
Costly, around
I've got a Raytheon factory here locally, here in the St. Petersburg area.
Israel with the ammo it needs
all right. Well, there you go. That was very interesting. Yeah, man, Raytheon. Raytheon. They're everywhere, dude. Yeah, they're here in Largo. And I know they got one in Indianapolis. At least they used to. They used to have a big Raytheon factory. I think the one in Indy, they used to make, I think something related to nuclear or something. I don't know. Maybe that was just a rumor I heard. Tall tales. But yeah, that's nuts, man. That's such a cool system. Was that the same one that I just saw? I don't think it is it? Maybe it is. It's like the fucking 4th of July. I mean, not to make any jokes out of it, but that's just crazy how these missiles are just coming in and it just blows them out of the sky like that. I'm sure they're not cheap. I didn't catch... Damn it. Fuck. I didn't catch... Which, oh, man. I'm not signed in. Come on, man. Which one did I do? I'm just curious to find out, like, what was the name of these missiles again by Raytheon? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. I hate YouTube shorts sometimes. Not the shorts themselves. I just hate the method at which...
Now we're hearing it again.
All right, hold on. Wait, this wasn't the one, was it? No, it wasn't that one. Which one did I do? What the fuck? Was it the New York Post one? Yeah, I think it was. I think it was this one.
Israel's Iron Dome.
No, whatever. I'm done with it. Whatever. It's something Raytheon. I remember the Raytheon part. Tamir, interceptor missiles. Now, why am I trying to get to the bottom of this? Because I want to find out how much each one of those things costs. How much? How much is it? 40 to 50 grand. So every single one of those that they deploy, that's another $40 to $50,000. A broader range with some going up as high as 100 or 150. I'm assuming that some probably have bigger payloads than others. And maybe that's why there's a range and not a specific number, because they're not all identical, I'm assuming. You know, just like when you buy bullets, you can buy 62 grain, you can buy 55 grain, you can buy, I don't know, I'm sure like over 100 grain by whatever. No, it probably doesn't really factor, like the price doesn't really reflect too much with regard to grain, but it does in many cases. It could be more expensive if you get the higher grain count. Bigger bang for your buck. Oh, did I just do that? All right. Anyway. Let's go. Just scrolling, just being bored, man. I'm just bored. I'm not. I can't really say that I'm bored. I'm just kind of. I'm doing this to test the sound, so when I'm done, I can listen to it and hope and pray that I don't hear any crackling. The crackling last night really it wasn't really that noticeable, but it was just a little bit. And it's not with me like talking like whoa, like getting loud in the microphone. That's not what's causing the crackling. The crackling's almost at random. And I think that's why. I think it's because I was running my XLR cable across like parallel along with a whole bunch of power cables that went into my monitors. I don't have a condenser microphone. I have a dynamic microphone. I think the condenser ones are expensive, aren't they? Oh man, this coffee's so good. I love this coffee. Fancy, organic. I use my little coffee grinder. It's the one pleasure that I give to myself. Yeah, I could get freeze dried, Maxwell House, vacuum sealed, Folgers. Yeah, it's coffee. It's whatever. Mount Lushmore, James Woods, the GOAT. You know that dude's got an IQ of like 180 or something like that. It's absolutely crazy. I don't know. Every time that I see James Woods, he always reminds me of two movies. He reminds me of Casino, because Robert De Niro kicks his fucking ass as he should have. Dude was such a piece of shit in that movie. As he is in many of his movies. He's not a very likable guy. But no, the other one was Scary Movie 2, where he was the priest. Yeah, fuck me. Father. Oh my god, dude, that movie was so fucking funny. Oh my god, dude, that was so funny. It's been so many years since I've seen that. Yeah, with all the flies when he's taking the dump. The Exorcist. Oh wait, no. I didn't click on that one, did I? I want to click on this. This movie was so fucking crazy. Fuck this. Father, get back here. How dare you?
Look at this. Father, think of the child.
Damn it, they're fucking beeping it out. That sucks.
Mother's in here with us, Harris.
Your mother's in here with us?
Message. I'll be sure that she gets it.
Yes, Mom, will you get out of there, please?
You're no fun.
I'm working.
See you later, Mrs. Harris.
Holy Lord, to crush that roaring tiger. And who got that unholy Jerry kicked off of Survivor?
May.
Father.
This is not part of the ritual. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
All right. Oh. Here, suck this.
To hell. Suck on this.
Uh-oh. All right. Good times, man. Good times. I think how old was I? I was only 17 years old when that came out. Yeah, I was a 90s kid. It was good times. What a time to be a kid. Teenager. All right. Sorry, James Woods. I just had to do it. That was a long time coming, because I've been following James Woods for quite a while. And for some reason, every time that I see him, I imagine him wearing that priest outfit. The people's president. Terrible. Okay, I'm going to go back to my list. Where are my lists? Up here. let's check out the government. Let's see what the government's up to. All of our departments, our agencies, our administrators, the bureaucracy, and the military. Oh, our cyber integrates AI to transform cyberspace operations. Yep, they're letting Skynet take over. That's what they're doing. Skynet's taking over. They're doing it. They already have drone fighter jets. That still blows my mind that they've got drone fighter jets now. And they're already talking about integrating AI into it. They want machine learning to be controlling our fucking fighter jets. How is that not fucking Skynet? I mean, no shit. I can't remember what the name of it was. Yeah, here. I think this. Yeah, this is it. Unmanned fighter jets, specifically within the Collaborative Combat Aircraft Program. 2 key prototypes, the YFQ-42A, General Atomics, and the YFQ-44A. I don't think that was the one that I saw. Maybe it was. I know it's got 2 engines on it. I do remember that. Yeah, it actually kind of looked like that. They already did a mid-air refuel test or whatever you want to call that. That is fucking nuts, man. This is absolutely crazy. And I'm sure it's just laser precision. I'm sure the computer system on board, I'm sure that thing is counteracting turbulence in milliseconds. It probably looks like a UFO just hovering just so perfectly still, I would imagine. Yeah, it's getting crazy, man. Our military it's from the future. It is, man. Our military is straight up from the future compared to the rest of the world. I mean, it's like not even close. It's not even fair. Like the F-22 Raptors, the F-35 Lightnings, like even with like the F-22 Raptors, I mean, when they get into a dogfight, you just never see them because they can hit their targets from like way out of sight. It's wild, man. In Hindi, what, the Indians want to learn about it? Well, India can't have one. Nobody's allowed to have an F-22 Raptor. The federal government forbids the sale of the F-22 Raptor to any other country. I think they were trying to do that with the F-35, but I'm pretty sure they do sell the F-35. Pretty sure. The king of modern air combat. Oh, man, that's 2 hours long. Fuck, dude. Too dangerous to share with the world. Absolutely. It is banned from the world. Nobody can have one. Dude, that is the fighter jet. My daughter loves these because she's obsessed with dinosaurs. She's been into dinosaurs since she was basically old enough to read. And because it's got the name Raptor, she's all about them.
I told you the most advanced fighter jet ever built is one you've probably never seen in action.
No, I wish I could.
So powerful, so stealthy, so untouchable.
Oh, yeah.
Even
It's
America's
untouchable.
closest allies weren't allowed to buy it. This is the story of the F-22 Raptor, the warplane that could dominate the skies,
Oh, it's so
but was
badass.
grounded by politics, secrecy, and timing.
I mean, there is no rival to the F-22, correct? There's no other country out there that could put a plane in the sky to face it one-on-one and have any realistic chance of taking one out. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that there is no like China sure as hell can't. Russia, I'm sure they can't. I mean, I don't think there is. I don't think there's any other country. Probably the closest fighter jet that they probably have, including our ally countries, that could stand a chance against the Raptors, probably the F-35. Maybe.
So why did the U.S. build
But correct me in the
the
comments, because
fighter
I'm kind of ignorant
and
when it
then
comes to
lock
fighter
it
jets.
away forever?
I just know they look badass.
The
And they fly over my house
F-22
sometimes because I
Raptor
live
wasn't
near
just another
MacDill Air Force
aircraft.
Base.
It was a revolution in air combat. Designed to replace the legendary F-15 Eagle, The F-22 was the world's first true fifth-generation fighter, a lethal combination of stealth, speed, and maneuverability. It could supercruise, fly faster than the speed of sound without afterburners.
Hell yeah.
It could outturn any jet in a dogfight with its thrust vectoring engines.
Nice.
And it could carry a
Yeah, the way
deadly
the
mix of
engines, you see the back, how they can move
air-to-air
up and down like
precision
that.
ground weapons, all hidden within internal bays to maintain its invisible radar
Stealth.
profile. It was unmatched, unrivaled, untouchable, and yet only 186 were ever built. None were exported. And
None.
today,
I don't think they ever
the
will be.
F-22 is fading into retirement.
What?
Because as incredible as the
Expensive.
Raptor was in the skies, it became a political and strategic nightmare on the ground.
Really?
Over the years, top allies like Israel, Japan, and Australia
Oh, they're all ass hurt.
begged to buy the F-22. They saw its
You would say, okay, fine. You can have one for $5 billion. Oh, I don't know. But it's not just the fighter jet by itself and the technology by itself. I'm sure it's just the array of the software, the satellites that I'm sure that have to be up in space to work with it. I'm sure that there's a lot more than just the fighter jet involved with this thing to make it so
potential.
insane.
They were willing to pay a premium. But every single request shot down.
As it
In
should be.
1998, Congress didn't just block sales. They passed a law making it illegal to sell the F-22 to anyone outside the United States.
I
Here's
absolutely
where
love
things
that.
get interesting. Unlike most U.S. military aircraft,
Same with B-2s,
the
probably.
F-22 wasn't designed with foreign buyers in mind.
Uh-huh.
It was too advanced,
Too
too secret. It carried next-level stealth technologies,
Uh-huh.
sensitive radar systems, and production techniques the U.S. wasn't willing to share.
Good.
Not even with its closest friends.
Good.
Why? Because the threat wasn't
Because it belongs
just
to
on the
us.
battlefield. It was in cyber.
And also, we don't have a crystal ball. Federal government doesn't have a crystal ball. Yeah, it would be pretty difficult to imagine in the future where we would be adversaries with, let's say, the UK or Israel or whoever. I mean, I don't think it'd be that far-fetched to see us be adversarial with Israel in the future. I mean, it's possible, especially politically. Imagine if Democrats maintain a supermajority in Congress. That kind of reality. Yeah, things could get a little hairy with Israel, I could imagine. But other countries like France, the UK, it's pretty difficult to imagine a future where we are like true enemies and like one declares war on the other. It's pretty difficult to imagine that kind of a future. However, with all the immigration, all the migration, everything that's been going on in Europe, it could feasibly be possible that the UK 100 years from now might be majority Muslim and death to America, the whole 9 yards, and maybe they will. And that's probably part of the reason why we shouldn't be selling the F-22. We really shouldn't be selling any military technology to any other country because we don't really want to be fighting our own technology. However, if we develop the technology, I'm sure we know how to circumvent it. So if we were to sell the F-22 to somebody, I'm sure that we probably have some super secret technology that we could probably take one of those things down without even firing a shot. Some signal that's sent from a satellite. All they have to do is just hit a button and the thing just immediately either just blows up or it just engines just kill or they just die and it just falls to the ground. Sure, possible.
Space. China and Russia have been caught stealing American military secrets
Oh, a lot.
before.
Fuck yeah, they do.
And in 2016, hackers got their hands on designs for the F-35.
It's insane that they put that shit on the internet, man. Why do they have this information stored within any computers that are in any way connected to the outside world? It fucking boggles my mind that the government is that stupid. Now, I get that the military, they have to communicate, research and development, military contractors, I get that they have to share information, they have to communicate in some way or another, but why does it have to in any way go through the broader internet? I mean, couldn't they just send signals just from ground to satellite, something like that? I'm extremely ignorant when it comes to that, but it's always just boggled my mind that Russian hackers had the ability to steal essentially the blueprints for the F-35 Lightning. That absolutely fucking boggles my mind. Like, what retarded retard thought it'd be a good idea to store that information on a computer that even in a far-fetched reality that hackers could have any slim chance in hell in stealing that information? Because they did.
E-130, and yes, even the F-22. Imagine
What?
exporting the Raptor, only to see its tech show up on a Chinese jet a few years later.
Oh,
The
snap.
risks were simply too high,
Uh-oh.
and the U.S. had been burned before.
Absolutely,
Iran
we have.
still flies F-14, Tomcats bought before the revolution. Venezuela protects its airspace with American-made F-16s. Even China's J-10
Wow.
fighter, it's believed to be based on tech that...
Well, then how... Wait, hold on. Maybe I went too far. Then how can Venezuela maintain those planes without having the United States backing? Because, I mean, shit breaks. Where are they getting the replacement parts from if they're not getting them from the U.S.? Which is probably why it paused too soon, because China's probably manufacturing
J-10
shit.
fighter, it's believed to be based on tech that started in the U.S., passed through Israel, and ended up in Beijing. So when it came to the Raptor, Congress wasn't taking any chances.
Thank
No
God.
exports, period. But here's the twist. The Pentagon did quietly explore the idea of selling a version of the
Of course they did,
F-22
greedy bastards.
abroad. According to documents obtained via the Freedom of Information Act, multiple Air Force offices ran feasibility studies. They imagined a slightly downgraded export version, but in the end, Congress never approved the funding. And while the F-22 remained grounded in secrecy, the spotlight shifted to another jet, the F-35.
35.
The F-35 was cheaper, more versatile, and designed for global partners from day one.
And it hovers like
It
the Harrier
became the
jet.
international stealth fighter, while the Raptor remained America's lone wolf.
Good.
And ironically,
Superior.
the Raptor came at the wrong time. While it was built to dominate peer adversaries in high-tech aerial warfare, it arrived in the middle of low-tech wars in Iraq and Afghanistan.
So pointless.
Conflicts where stealth fighters had little use.
Right.
Instead of air superiority, the military needed surveillance
It was too
drones,
futuristic.
precision strikes, and counterinsurgency tools.
Yeah, man, that was the era of the
Raptor's
drones,
unique
dude.
strengths.
Hollywood
It's
made
super
some.
cool.
Hollywood actually in the 2000s, man, they made some bangers, man, with the drones. What was that Ethan Hawke movie? There was a movie with Ethan Hawke. He was an alcoholic and he was a UAV operator, and he I think he was stationed in Las Vegas, and he was flying drones halfway around the world. Which, I mean, realistically, I mean, maybe they do that in Las Vegas, but MacDill Air Force Base, that's where most of the drone operators are stationed. So they're flying drones, dropping bombs over the Middle East, and they're all sitting in these little, looks like containers, like you would see on a semi truck. They're sitting in all these containers operating these drones. But yeah, I mean,
Its dogfighting
there's quite a few
dominance
good movies
weren't relevant in
they
these
put out back in the
wars.
day.
It was a Ferrari during a bicycle race. As priorities shifted, funding dried up. The original plan called for over 750 Raptors, but only 186 were made. And today, only a fraction are mission ready. Every flight wears them down. Spare parts are limited.
So they keep them
And
stored.
the production line, it's long gone, dismantled to make room for the F-35. So now the F-22, once the pride of American air dominance, is quietly being phased out. It's a
Well, is it
strange
really, though?
legacy.
That's what
A
they
jet
want you to
that could
believe.
have ruled the skies for generations, but instead became a rare, restricted relic of a different era. It was too powerful to sell, too advanced to risk, and too early for the wars it never got to fight. This is
Right.
the story of the F-22 Raptor.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm sure they're not dismantling them. I'm sure they're not scrapping the entire whatever you call that, a project or whatever. They're not doing that. They're, I'm sure they're in storage. I'm sure we've still got them. I'm sure they're still being maintained. And we're just waiting for, I guess, that time to come where we're actually going to need them. But that is just so mind-boggling that they develop these fighter jets, and they are so absurdly advanced that there's no other country out there with planes, and there's no war situations that would require the use of these F-22 Raptors. So it's almost like the planes were like a gift from our military like 100 years in the future. Like they traveled back in time and said, here, have one of these. Check this shit out. I don't know, man. That sounded AI to me, didn't it? That narrator. I mean, they're not fooling me. So anyway. Census.gov. Happy birthday, VP. Oh, really? I didn't know that. JD Vance, his birthday's today, y'all. The most memeable face in the history of our government. JD Vance. I'm going to bookmark that shit. Any memes down here? Yeah, well, sort of. No, that's not a meme. That's just a picture. Y'all remember that earlier? Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, remember that back in, when was that? Like back in February? When everybody was memeing the shit out of JD Vance, and he took it very well to the point where he was even sharing memes that he thought funny. And one of them was the one that I liked the most was the one where they took his face and they put it on Leonardo DiCaprio during Once Upon a Time in Hollywood when he was holding the beer and pointing at the TV screen. When Brad Pitt was over at his place and they were watching his special or whatever on TV. That was a good one. And that was one of the few that JD Vance actually shared. Yeah, whatever. That's a good one. Yeah, there's another good one. I haven't seen that one either. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The progressives. They're at it. It is really, really hard to find a funny progressive. They can't be funny because it might offend somebody. Comedy's offensive. It's always offensive to somebody, and they can't offend anybody over there. So they can't be funny. They're incapable of it. They're afraid of offending at least one person across the entire progressive left, and then they'll get canceled. Oh, good times. That's a big-ass birthday cake. A big-ass AI birthday cake. I didn't read what it said. Probably said something egregious. Happy birthday, Mr. Vice President. That one's cool. That looks like that one with Trump walking onto a stage with that white light behind him. That one actually looks maybe arguably even better than the one that they had of Trump. Let me see if I can find that one of Trump. It was a Trump silhouette with like this white light behind him. Let me see if I can find that. It's got to be on here. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, this was it. I mean, it's not going to be a very good size, but yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Now, I don't know if that was maybe his first, or was that the night that he? All right, hold on. Donald Trump makes grand entrance onto. Okay, here, it's on YouTube. Cool. Makes his grand entrance onto the GOP convention stage. All right. Yeah, there it is. I didn't actually watch this. But yeah, if you watch, if you've seen any of those dramatic pro-Trump videos on YouTube, they were around all over the place in the late 2010s. Almost all of them at least had that clip in there somewhere with that dramatic music just blaring. You know what? There was, let me see if I can find, you want to see a crazy video? Do you have any idea how insanely wild that 2016 really was? It was absolutely bananas, man. Like, Fidel Castro died that year. The Cubs won the World Series for the first time in like 108 years. Donald Trump became president that year. It just went on and on. That was just like the tip of the iceberg, dude. There was so much crazy shit that happened that year. Now, I know this one, the year 4chan. Yeah, this is it. It gets a bit dramatic. I was just thinking about the dramatic music. And I know that Trump silhouette, I think it's in this one too.
Everything you know is false.
It's crazy. It shows all kinds of shit that happened in 2016, and it fucking blows my mind, all the shit that happened that year. Harambe the gorilla, he died that year. Remember dicks out for Harambe? Pretty sure that was 2016. Oh, let me skip a little bit of this.
Together.
Donald Trump is facing some backlash for a
Oh yeah, then the South Koreans became pro-Trump. America great again. The same with the Indians. They got a clip of like religious Indians doing some like ritual for Trump, hoping that he wins.
Has been seeing some of the biggest traffic in our history from a new source, not Drudge Report, not our daily AM and FM audience.
It was 4chan.
Not Facebook.
No,
not
I don't
Twitter,
think it was
not YouTube. Those are all huge sources. Those are all our top sources.
All our top sources
of referral, not just original listeners and fans coming every day. No, our new biggest amount of traffic.
Dude, Alex
ever.
Jones, he's aged a lot in 10 years.
And I guess articles are being written about it. It's being marveled about. I wasn't aware of it till last week. But
come on, dude, get to it.
Look at this. Look at these sites. These are meme sites.
Oh yeah, 4chan
I don't know
basically.
how we hit the zeitgeist here.
I am officially running for president of the United States.
But that was in 2015, wasn't it?
We are going to make our country
great again.
Took me almost 30 seconds to say the name Donald Trump. Do you care about him at all?
I couldn't give less of a...
Oh, of course not. That dude's a piece of shit, man. They both are.
It's the 2016 election.
Yeah.
Such a fucking douche.
2015.
Can't stand John Oliver. He's such an asshole.
I don't care until it's...
He's not even fucking American.
The thing that I'm supposed to care about. Right.
Yeah, I'm going to take a British guy and give him a political night show on fucking primetime TV. Yeah, okay.
And I didn't think I'd have to care, and then it turned out...
Now, to be fair, I first saw John Oliver in 2014 when my sister told me about him, and she's like, you probably like this guy. So I watched him. And back then, before Trump, he actually had some funny shit. He was actually a pretty funny guy back then. And then, of course, he just instantly was just injected with Trump derangement syndrome.
Yeah.
Now you care a lot.
Well, now, no, we did. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I remember that. Drunk.
He tells it like it is. He's a bullshit.
Just so ass hurt, man.
Fuck you, 2016. Fuck you.
Too bad, so sad. See, that was the year that the establishment got threatened. That was the year the New World Order, the Davos Group, and all those assholes, that's when they started to see their house of cards come down because they were conditioning the world. Oh boy, were they. You'll own nothing and be happy by 2030. We're going to brainwash everybody into believing that alternate energy, renewable energy, is just going to be the king of the land, so cheap, and we're going to live in this magic utopia and blah. I mean, look, I don't even have to explain all this to most of you. I'm sure you all know that shit, but John Oliver, blown up 2016, I mean, he represented that deep state cabal, the global elitists, and their extreme frustration over the fact that the people elected Donald Trump. Because he's not in the club. He wasn't in their club. I mean, he donated to a lot of them. Now, some of this I'm not familiar with. I assume this is pretty substantial to, what, the gamers? I think they're gamers or something. No. Was it kickboxing? I honestly don't know.
Complete.
Oh, that's Danny Trejo, wasn't it? Yeah, whatever the Evo World Tour, he was all about it.
At every event, who would have dreamed that right here at the Capcom Cup, In grand finals, it will
Grand
be a
fi-
red, white, and blue grand final.
Red, white, and blue. Capcom. I don't even know what Capcom is.
Reign supreme.
Wow.
United
What
States
a
reigns
total event it's
supreme.
been. An electric crowd got what they came
Damn
there
straight.
to see.
Scott no longer deserves to be here. He only wants his weekly stipend.
I don't know what this is. Was this like Big Brother or something?
He doesn't deserve your vote to stay.
Oh yeah, it is Big Brother. I swear I've never seen that show. As the music amps up its drama.
Revisionist history. Welcome to Big Brother.
I'm gonna do.
He say fuck Big Brother.
Something unheard of.
Oh my god, dude.
gonna
Yeah,
see it.
remember this shit? The fucking Ghostbusters remake? What a fucking monstrosity. That is another thing that they actually don't mention in this video that made 2016 special to me. Not this stupid trash movie, but the fact that Coca-Cola brought back High Seas Ecto Cooler. They fucking brought it back in 2016. A lot of people probably didn't even realize that because in a lot of places, they didn't even carry them in store shelves. Nowhere, anywhere in the Tampa Bay area. I looked every fucking where to try to get my hands on Ecto Cooler. I got some cans that I bought on HEB, a grocery chain over in Texas. I had to buy it online. They sold the cans, and I actually still have a few unopened cans. But I could not find the juice boxes. The only place I could find them were on eBay, and you can only imagine how much they were trying to sell them for. But 2016, man, that was the year Ecto Cooler returned. So all you 90s kids out there, you know what I'm talking about. And also another relic from the 90s that came out because Coca-Cola released Ecto Cooler after Pepsi released their special product from the 1990s, Crystal Pepsi. It came back in 2016 because a guy on YouTube named LA Beast, he recorded a video of himself buying a Crystal Pepsi bottle back when they still had the 20-ounce bottles of Coke or sodas in the glass bottles. He bought it on eBay and he drank it and he threw up all over the place on YouTube. And he was like, Pepsi, please bring this back. I really miss this. And they fucking did. They did. They brought it back. So when they brought back Crystal Pepsi, Coca-Cola saw that as a perfect opportunity to bring back Ecto Cooler because of this Ghostbusters bullshit that they came back out with. So that was a good time, man.
Going to hate it, why give them your money?
Fucking love Crystal Pepsi. And you know what kind of boggles my mind is how Pepsi didn't even think to market Crystal Pepsi as a summertime beverage. Because Crystal Pepsi, it's crystal clear. Tastes just like Pepsi. And the summertime would be a perfect time of year to market that because it looks like ice water. You know, I could just imagine them marketing it in a way that it cools you off on a hot summer day. Crystal clear Pepsi. But they didn't do that. They did come back with it in 2017, and I think they did a short run in 2018. So Crystal Pepsi came back a couple times, but they never marketed it. They just quietly snuck it into grocery stores and gas stations. And in 2017, and I think in 2018, I just saw it by random chance. I just happened to be in the gas station and just saw it. And I think it was 2017. When I saw it, I cleaned it out. I bought like 20 of them at the gas station. Because I'm such a fucking 90s nerd.
And this is basically why we're here. We're here to watch the fire
Oh, yeah. Anonymous.
White supremacy. They say they're coming with the fourth ace and the clubs.
Oh, yeah. Was that that Charlottesville bullshit? I think it was. Uh-oh. Ah! Oh, yeah. Leslie Jones. She has no style. She has no grace. This Leslie Kong has a funny face. Yep. So sad these people have mothers and sisters and aunts. So fucking sickening. Yeah, she was getting fucking crucified on Twitter back then. This is you, not Harambe. Don't insult them. Oh, yeah, there you go. Hulk Hogan awarded $115 million. Hulk Hogan destroyed, absolutely dismantled Gawker after they released that fucking sex tape of him with, what's her name? And, yeah, won $115 million, and Gawker was destroyed. That was in 2016. Bald eagle hatching eggs in Washington, D.C. There's Hogan. Sam Hyde. I vaguely remember that. Cox. Yeah, there's that right-wing group in India doing some Trump ritual. I think that he'll be the lone protector of mankind. I mean, it's kind of got some validity to it now that he's he's solidly into his second term. How many wars has he prevented so far? I mean, he stopped India in the Pakistan conflict. He also recently stopped the Thailand-Cambodia conflict, and then the Ukraine-Russia thing. I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on with that. But also with Iran and Israel, he got a ceasefire between them. I mean that argument kind of stands. At least at the moment. Yeah.
Thank you. You know, last night, what can't stop the Trump? You're right. Can't stop this crowd.
Can't stop the Trump. Fucking Jeb Bush. Remember his stupid ass campaign where like his slogan was Jeb with an exclamation point.
Give him his coat.
That was such a cringe fest.
Don't give him his coat. Keep his coat.
Remember that shit in 2016, man? Trump dominated every fucking debate. When they had all 10 of the Republicans up there on the stage, he was in the center all the way through, man. He just dominated 2016. It was crazy.
His coat.
Wait a minute. I missed that. Hold on. Look at this. Live, 20,000 tickets given away for a 1,400 capacity facility or whatever the hell they called it.
Keep his coat. Confiscate his coat.
Fucking packed. Now they're showing a bunch of 4chan, or not 4chan stuff, but social media stuff. There will be several hundred the amount of streamers that Bernie rally gets. I hate seeing numbers like this. Supposed to be the winner on the internet. Bernie squad. I mean, some of these like Redditors and 4chaners, some of the internet keyboard warriors, I'm sure that they know exactly what this is. I don't know what all this is. Wait, oh yeah, effective immediately. Sanders for president will be shut down. I'll try to keep this brief. We're sorry we lost. We weren't able to do more. We're sorry. Let's see, Breitbart News. This is from Donald J. Trump. So President Trump, he actually tweeted this out. Drudge Report, Breitbart News, write in Trump, you can't stump the Trump. And then he shared a YouTube video with him as Pepe. Ooh. Uh-oh, was there some symbolism there? I'm assuming that was part of the YouTube video that he shared. Such a great honor to be the Republican nominee for President of the United States. I will work hard and never let you down. America first. Interesting. Too big to jail. Facebook near billionaire secretly funding Trump's meme machine. Donald Trump meme factory secretly funded by Oculus Rift founder Palmer Luckey. There's some behind-the-scenes shit going on.
On Friday, the Pope, who I may remind you is the infallible representative of God on earth, said, and I'm translating from the Latin, my bad. That's
My
right,
bad.
Trump went toe-to-toe with the vicar of Christ, and the Pope blinked. It took Galileo
Forgive me, God Emperor, for I have sinned. I forgive you.
400 years to get an apology. Trump got one in 24 hours.
Giving Trump the keys to heaven. Chatbot. Remember this? I forgot about this in 2016. Microsoft's chatbot went from being a teenager with no chill to a racist, misogynistic jerk. The trolls, the internet trolls turned it into some like extreme, like fascistic right-wing Nazi. Neo-Nazi sex bot. That's hilarious. 4chan. They blame 4chan for it. Well, of course 4chan did that. Twitter trolls are reporting pro-LGBT Muslim women to their governments where punishment can mean death. That is fucking crazy. Wait a minute. In Kuwait, the penalty for blasphemy can be as severe as death.
Shapiro has gone full shekels again, criticizing Trump over Dr. David Duke. And it's another picture of a stereotypical-looking Jewish
Shapiro.
cartoon. And here's another one. What would you expect from a cuck Jew? And then there's a picture of a rooster, and it says cuck, 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 cuck. Okay, cuck is some
Seattle
sort of
redneck.
internet speak. It's the alt-right speak.
The alt-right. More 4chan shenanigans. Election memes. Tremendous memes.
It shouldn't be found out by one of my internet people.
Harry Potter as a neo-Nazi skinhead in the very intense new Imperium trailer. Remember that? Harry Potter. Now, I didn't see the movie, but didn't he go undercover into this like neo-Nazi organization or whatever? But he wasn't really one. That he was like some undercover detective or something like that. But yeah, but that happened in 2016. Harry Potter became a fucking Nazi.
Trump is like Hitler.
You're a white man!
You're fucking a white man! You're a white man!
Dude, these people are brain dead. That's Owen Schroyer.
I've been
Absolute
so busy
brain
the
dead.
last 6 months since this whole Carl.
That dude was so entertaining back then. And in 2016, 17, he would go to these left-wing rallies, and he according to him, he purchased the most expensive megaphone available anywhere on the market. And he slapped this big Trump bumper sticker on it, and he just went around, and they would scream in his face, and he would just take the rash of shit that they were giving to him. And then after 2-3 minutes goes by, he just raises the megaphone, and oh my God, he just blew their fucking hair back.
Cuck thing kicked off a video and has since gone so viral. But all I know is we hired him. He's here. He's a great patriot. So it's good to have you on board.
Well, thank you, Alex. It's just great to be here.
For listeners, because we're on a lot of AM and FM stations, Christian stations.
I don't really hear much about him these days.
They don't know about internet memes or
I think he was indicted with old January 6th bullshit, wasn't he? There is much chance, I forgot this happened. Brexit fucking happened that year too. There's as much chance of Britain leaving as Trump becoming president of the USA. 0. Right, I need some damn sleep. Good to see we'll be staying in the EU. If I wake up to Nigel Farage's smiling face, I'll kill myself. Hashtag EU ref. That was on June 23rd of 2016. And then the Farage 2016 tweets back at Matt Gallagher the next morning, and it says, wakey, wakey. You gotta love it.
Let June the 23rd
It was hilarious.
go down in our history as
Independence
our
Day, right?
Independence Day.
Yeah, Independence Day. How the Turkish government regained control after a failed military coup. Now, one 4chan board is trying to fight ISIS in Syria.
Fred Williamson is false nigger.
Okay. Never saw it. Larry Wilmore's nightly show canceled at Comedy Central. Can I get any better than the current, or can it get any better than the current year? Obama's brother named the Jew. Let that sink in. Malik Obama. I'm not familiar with that. Got it. Pensacola, Florida. I don't know. I don't understand that
Garrison. I've been a fan of this guy for decades. He's one of the top
political
cartoonists in the world.
Not sure the relevance to that.
Mr. Trump or someone on his team posted a supporter-made video on their official Twitter on Monday with the message, "Make America Great Again."
Videos get tweeted, came across the ire of one two-time worst company in America, EA
Sports,
who issued a copyright claim on the video on Twitter and YouTube, the video was called Trump Effect.
Oh.
So it's strange because using that VO, it's suggesting that he's Shepard.
A senior communications
Trump
rep for
Effect.
E
EA said
EA polls fan-made Donald Trump Mass Effect propaganda
was
video.
an unauthorized use of our IP. We do not support our assets being used.
I don't
in
think
political
EA
campaigns.
is very well liked. Oh, I remember this too. The big fight they got into with Alex Jones and the fucking Young Turks. Yeah, Anna Kasparian just went absolutely fucking ballistic. I think she's no. Oh, who was it? Jimmy Dore. Jimmy Dore spat on Alex Jones during that whole scuffle. Kerfuffle. MoveOn.org has been promoting Trump protests in Chicago. That dude showed up everywhere. Oh, yeah, the fucking Milo Yiannopoulos. Dude, that dude was absolutely crazy that year, too. That's a whole nother thing in and of itself when he would go on those college tours. Yeah, it was such a fucking wild time, man.
Here should ask.
And all of these YouTube videos are just gone. All these meme videos, all these like anti-SJW videos, all the Milo Yiannopoulos video, like all of that stuff from back then, it's just all been purged from YouTube. It's a real shame.
That's great stuff.
Because it was comedy. It was funny.
It's reminiscent at the end of the Rubio.
Oh, she doesn't look happy.
I'm talking about propaganda. I'm talking about memes. I'm talking about a full-fledged digital war.
RNC's officials plagiarism defense for speech is My Little Pony. My Little Pony's trending.
But the fact of the matter is, most of them are childless single men who
Sarah Palin
masturbate
endorses
to anime.
Trump.
They're not real political players. These are not people who matter in the overall course of humanity.
Oh, yeah? Well, decoding the anti-Semitic Trump meme from anime. I don't watch anime, so I don't understand that one. They are ready to go to war for her. Are you? Draft our daughters. I remembered that. I'm sure that was probably started by 4chan too. Draft our daughters. Fake Clinton conscription ads flood the internet. That was right at the end of October of 2016 too. Will Hillary draft women? Inside Draft Our Daughters, a fake ad campaign from the alt-right. That's hilarious. Hilarious. Yeah, Hillary Clinton's freaking glitches.
Do not need to be encouraged on 4chan and Reddit.
You mean 4chan and Reddit?
Taylor Swift hailed as Aryan goddess by neo-Nazis and white supremacists. Certain like hand signals or whatever while she was dancing or some shit. I don't know. Mel Gibson confirms Passion of the Christ sequel. I mean, I think that's actually legit though. Okay, there's the silhouette. I thought that was coming at some point. Trump sweeping the country. Oh yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio. He got his Academy Award that year. Forgot about that. And then he gave that bullshit climate change speech. Not familiar with that. Fuck Konami. The Cubs have the same chance of winning the World Series as Trump does of winning the election. How do you like that? 24% chance for Cubs to win. Reminder, Cubs will win the World Series, and in exchange, President Trump will be elected 8 days later. What a time to be alive. Look at what we have here. Cubs finally won the World Series after a century. Vandalizing church with swastika and word Trump. A Jewish student charged with that. It's hilarious. Not familiar with that. Norwegian police arrest 20 men in pedophile network probe. Hey, Chris Hansen. Oh yeah, that pizza-eating douche. Oh, Review Bra. Hey, no Review Bra.
The main competition I've got now
food of the
is,
week or food
from
review?
a channel called Joey's
He
World
lives here in
Tour.
Florida.
Hey everyone, it's Joey's Super Cool Food Reviews. I mean, people act like, you know, we're arch enemies, you know, we're in some bitter war or something together. Really, he does his thing. You know, he's West Coast, I'm East Coast. We're able to manage, at least we're able to coexist for now, and I hope it stays that way.
Man, that's a lot of links. Fuck leftists. Fidel Castro dies. Fidel Castro. AJ Styles, John Cena. He lays his armband on the mat or whatever.
Look at this dude.
Dude got bugged up. Triple H. Oh yeah, Michael Phelps won a shitload of medals that year. What, did he win like 50 fucking medals that year? Yeah, that dude dominated the Olympics. Talk about an ego. You know that dude's got a massive ego. Oh, who the fuck was that? Was that no, that wasn't Ronda Rousey, was it? Maybe it was. Oh yeah, Conor McGregor wins 2 division titles. Or 2 weight class titles. Or whatever. Suicide Squad being filmed on the streets of Toronto. Meme Lover coming soon. Bane.
This is anonymous. This is my dad.
This is anonymous.
My mum, she.
Now is not the time for trifle. That comes later.
Oh, Big Brother. I don't get the significance of it, but it appears that some nerdy-ass dude won it. Maybe that's the significance. I don't know.
So, hey, baby. What goes around comes around.
Well, that's about all I'm going to go into. They get into like some like
bacteria.
They get into a lot of posts and stuff, but I don't know. Maybe I'll link it in the description if you want to watch the rest of it. But it was quite a year, man. 2016. It was a hell of a year. So anyway, this kind of got off the rails. I didn't expect to take anything in that direction at all. I didn't plan on watching freaking videos, but I just ended up just whatever. Let me go back and check out. Let's see, the government. I'll probably kill it here in about like 10 minutes, maybe. That's my plan. Like I said, this is more of really just like kind of a sound test than anything. Plus, it's Saturday, and I figured I'd just kill two birds with one stone because I gotta check out some of these posts. Let's see what the government's talking about. Which, you know, another reason why I was thinking about not doing the nightly video that I record each day, not doing one during the weekend, because there's really not a whole lot going on in government during the weekend. A lot of it's just like ad stuff. Like essentially just advertisements for different departments in the government. And I mean, yeah, it's JD Vance's birthday. Sure, I guess it's kind of newsworthy, but it's like 5 seconds of newsworthiness. You know what I mean? August voter registration update. North Carolina voters are fired up to elect Michael Whately in 2026. I mean, sure. I don't know. I'm not from North Carolina. As long as he's a Republican, because they're overall, that is by far the lesser of two evils. Now, if Republicans would get some freaking balls and, you know, find their guts to fight, I don't know, fight fire with fire, but if they fucking start standing up and unite and really start to push back against the Democratic machine, then we would really have a party of a force to be reckoned with. But they're not doing that. All they're good at doing is just telling Democrats to slow down, basically. They're the speed bumps for Democrats. Because I think that most might agree that the Republican Party is more, how do I word that? More left-leaning than it was 20, 30 years ago. Not by a lot, but just by a little bit. Like, for instance, do you think that any Republicans today would advocate for making divorce illegal unless there's, like, blatant violations of the law? Like he's beating the crap out of his wife or something like that. Or there's like provable infidelity or something like. I don't think any Republican would get behind that. No, women should have the right to choose to divorce. I don't know. I'm just throwing something random out. But back in the day, they would have been a lot more against that. But on the other hand, it was a Republican who pushed for no-fault divorce, which really screwed up our society more ways than one. A lot of Democrat stuff. Wait, that was Ronald Reagan, by the way, who did the whole no-fault divorce insanity. Bad choices, consequences, your daily reminder. Another happy birthday. U.S. Border Patrol Chief Mike Banks reports a new record monthly low at the southern border. Only 4,399 Border Patrol apprehensions in July, beating the prior record of 6,000 in June. Really? When did this? Like I've said before, yeah, see, I try to keep it within 24 hours. Train tracks aren't a shortcut. It could cost you your life. I don't know if I'd call that an ad, but it's not pertaining to anything that's happening currently in government, if you know what I mean. Today, we honor the 35th anniversary of the Gulf War and the brave men and women of the U.S. Coast Guard who served with distinction during Operations Desert Shield and Desert Storm. Read more about the Coast Guard's role in the Gulf War. Yeah, I'll bookmark that. Make a mention of that. The bombings of 2 churches in Las Cruces, New Mexico on August 2nd of 2015. So there's your reminder that they're still looking for these people. $50,000 reward. Another criminal caught. VA Nutrition. That's not new news. I read on this a week ago, and I covered that. Yeah, they're stuffing meth inside solar panels. It's crazy. This week, which I did a video on that yesterday. You know what? This is a different video, actually. Wait, week of July 20. Yeah, I mean, I guess the one that I did yesterday was different from this. They didn't mention the Africa situation. Sanctioning Brazilian justice. I mean, yeah, I guess I might just give that one a play. At least take another look at it. Join ICE. President Trump protects the children of America. The worst of the worst. Illegal immigrants. Here are some of the sickos. They're posting this shit daily. Every day they're posting more and more and more. And to the point where it floods my feed, floods my list with them. Sometimes, if it's a slow day, maybe I'll bookmark one of those. And I might actually end up doing that. You know what? Let me do that. Let me just bookmark that one. Because I have a feeling we're not going to get a whole lot of quote-unquote breaking news or anything significant that's really happening that's worth headlining, showcasing, discussing, mentioning. Buc-ee's. I've never been to a Buc-ee's. Man, that's a hell of a Buc-ee's gift shop. Damn. Yeah, we saw that. Another big, beautiful bill. Not to say that I'm sick of it, but I've covered the bill quite a few times already, and I'm trying to be more versatile with the content. It kind of gets hard to do because that's about all the Republicans are talking about. I wish they would make the housing situation center stage because Democrats are. They keep talking about. Well, to be fair, though, Democrats always talk about that. We need cheaper houses. We need to house the homeless. We need more of your tax money. No, what really needs to happen is the local property appraisal offices, they need to quit fraudulently rising the values of properties. That's what they need to do. They need to widespread lower the values of houses across the country. Not just one neighborhood, the whole thing. They got to bring it down. Now, it might be a little conspiratorial, but apparently there were a lot of local appraisal offices that were without any justification, they were increasing the value of properties and regions in their local area in order to secure more property taxes. They raised the values so they could take more taxes. And when there was pushback on it, they said, "Well, it's for the schools. We need more money for the schools. They're hurting. We need more in the budget." It's like, do you really though? Like, do you really? Homeland Security. All right. Well, I think I might just cut it there. I don't know if I'll even upload this or not. Maybe I will. I don't know. Not really a whole lot going on today. At least not right now. Just trying to kill a little bit of time because around 2:30, 3 o'clock, I'm going to head out and go shooting. I'm going to go shoot some guns, man. I'm going to go shoot some guns. I'm going to take my AR I'm going to take my AR-style shotgun, which I haven't shot yet. Looking forward to that. That's going to be fun. It's like home defense overkill. No, I don't think I'd use that for home defense. Plus, there'd probably be a risk of it jamming. That's the one thing I'm worried about with that AR-style shotgun that I have. It's probably going to jam. Because it's got a 10-round magazine, shotgun shells. And maybe it won't. Maybe it won't jam. I just have a feeling that it probably will. Which is probably why I'm not going to pack all 10 rounds in it. I'll probably put like maybe 7, 8 rounds. It's kind of hard to load that thing up, man. All right. Well, anyway, I'll just go ahead and cut it there. And I'll be putting out an episode tonight. I know I didn't pull very many from this video, but I'll go through it. I'll go through it this afternoon, this evening, when I have a couple of minutes here and there, when I'm waiting in line to get into the range and all that. If there is one, it's Saturday. There's probably going to be a few people in line. So I'll probably just scroll through the feed and just bookmark as I go along. But anyway, that's it for now. So thank you very much for watching. Please give the video a like or subscribe to the channel if you're generous enough to do so. I would so appreciate it. It would be fantastic, amazing, wonderful. And if you leave a comment, especially if you leave a comment where you're correcting something either that I said or you're giving an opinion on what was posted by anybody in the government, politicians or whatever, or if you're disputing what they're saying, anything like that, if you have any substance to contribute in the form of a comment, I'll put it on my next video. I will. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later. And God bless America. I almost forgot to say that. God bless America.